Good morning, everyone. I'm so sorry it's been a little while between vlogs, but I have so much to update you on, and there are a couple of reasons why I haven't been able to vlog. I swear this is the year of like things that happened in my 20s coming back to haunt me in my 30s, because obviously I had surgery the other week, so I was sort of recovering from that for the last 6 weeks, and now I had to have an emergency root canal on my front tooth because actually 1, 2, 3, 4, these are all veneers, and that's because around Mother's Day, ironically being that Mother's Day just went past, I think Mother's Day when I was about 8 or 9 years old, I was riding a bike on the street being classic reckless like young Emma, going full pelt down a hill, and I did have a helmet on, thank goodness, but I ended up face planting into the road and I cracked one of my teeth, and it has just been the bane of my existence for my entire life ever since, because I had to have various kind of veneers put on it. Then I had a root canal in my I think 20s, like when I was in uni age. And then last week around Mother's Day, when my mum was here visiting, it just started throbbing and I was like, you have to be kidding me. This tooth is literally meant to be dead. So I ended up booking in with a dentist for just a normal clean and kind of check anyway. And when I was there, I just said, look, would you mind taking some x-rays? Because I feel a little bit freaked out by my tooth. And it turns out they immediately referred me to an endodontist. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. If some of you are in the dental field, feel free to correct me. But yes, I ended up just going straight there. It was this really nice place on Collins Street in the city, which was a lovely excuse to go into the city anyway, because I feel like now that I work for myself, I just rarely make the journey into the city, and it really reminded me to do that a lot more. So you can definitely expect a couple more vlogs where I'm like actually walking around the CBD and doing nice things in the next few weeks, because now that it's a cooler weather, I just think it's so nice and cozy to get out of the house and go and sit in a beautiful cafe or a co-working space and get some things done. But anyway, I went and saw this guy and his team were just absolutely lovely, which is great because obviously anything to do with dentistry kind of stuff, I feel like for so many of us is a really stressful experience. And he took these amazing, like really detailed x-rays. I had this little machine that was like going around my head. And when I went back into the room, he's like, see that and that is an infection and you need to have your root canal redone. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, I guess we can just find a time to do that, like in a week or two or something like that. And he's like, no, we should do it now. And I was like, now? Like right now? And he was like, oh yeah, I'll do it on my lunch break. And I was just like, okay, great. I'll go move my car because like it's literally parked like near Treasury Gardens in the city. So I was only in like a 1 hour space. So I literally went and moved my car, and honestly, this cost me $2,500. So that was another thing that I just absolutely wasn't expecting. I feel like every time you get back on top of your finances, something always comes up. And so anyway, I was like, whatever. He seemed like an amazing dentist, and I'm not one to kind of try and search around for a cheaper price if I feel like I'm just going to get really looked after. So now I have half of a root canal done. So it's been taken out, cleaned. I'm on antibiotics, and that's just been a whole whirlwind of a thing, and that is why I didn't vlog, because my bloody tooth was so sore that there is no way I could have jumped on camera and talked to you guys. So I'm really, really sorry that I missed last week, but there's just been a little bit going on. So actually this morning I decided that instead of going to the gym, I would get up and walk around Albert Park Lake, which is the beautiful scenery you've seen before. And I have to say, if you are in Melbourne and you are not doing this walk in the morning, what are you doing? Because it is so beautiful, especially at this time of year when the sun's coming up all golden on the buildings and there's like hot air balloons and things. And anyway, so I did that. Then I made a little omelette because I've been trying to do high protein like me and everybody else on the planet. So I did a high protein chicken omelette. I just used like some shredded chicken and a whole bunch of veggies and spinach and things like that. And then I usually put it in the oven just to like grill the top so the cheese melts in nicely and things, which is a lactose-free cheese in case anyone's wondering, because obviously I do not eat cheese. And that's it. So I just thought I would include a couple of clips because I did go past my site on Bentley East and I put up my site hoarding sign when my mum was here the other day. So I thought I would show you guys, this is my townhouse project, just so you can have a little bit of a look. Now, I I do have something else to show you as well, but I'm going down the dark end of the house, so you're probably going to lose a bit of light. But on the weekend, Jazz and I ended up going to Chadstone, and I wanted to do a little bit of shopping because I needed a new pair. Well, I don't need, no one really needs anything, but I wanted to replace my ankle boots because I feel like they're just looking really worn out. And being someone who owns a business now, I really know that how I am presenting myself is probably quite a large part of, you know, people putting their faith and trust in you and just general reputation and wanting to look clean and tidy. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get a new pair. And David Jones had this massive sale on the weekend, and they had 30% off pretty much everything. So I got a new pair of boots from Whitner, and I'll show you because I actually think they look really nice, and they were $299, but I got them for $209. So this is the box, and these are the boots. So this is the style of boot that I was wanting, basically like something pointy toe, which I always think looks really nice in an ankle boot, and a comfortable block heel because, oh my gosh, I'm like doing so bad at trying to hold them and film, but a comfortable block heel because that's actually what I want to wear when I'm walking around. I just find it absolutely impossible to wear a stiletto kind of boot if I'm doing a lot of walking and things during the day. And these are real leather, they are very comfortable, and they look quite a lot like my old boots, which were also from Whitner, but as you can see, these are just a bit beaten down, a bit worn in, and the heel on them is a little bit shorter. So I think the new ones are a really nice upgrade, and it was definitely worth shopping in those sales to replace them. I'm going to sit here and do a little bit more work for the day. I'm working on doing a knockdown, rebuild or renovation lead magnet, which is just basically a really detailed ebook that honestly provides a lot of value for anyone who downloads it, but it also would hopefully encourage them to want to work with me and my business to be able to help them achieve that goal, because I know the whole process can be incredibly confusing for people when they're thinking an architect is too expensive or it's out of their budget, or they just don't know if they should renovate or knock down. So that's what I am going to focus on today. I also need to send out a couple of quotes to like some structural engineers and a couple of other people for some of my newer projects. And then later on today, I'm actually going for a facial, which is really interesting. I've been invited for a little bit of a collaboration with a clinic that's doing some Korean skincare. So I'm going to go in and have a little bit of a skin consultation, and then they're going to do a facial and send me home with some products. So that's pretty much everything I've got on for today. I think I might also make like a really nice platter lunch. I've just kind of been craving a little bit of cheese and picky bits that I can kind of get into. So I might just put some eggs on that I can hard boil so they'll be nice and cold for lunchtime, and I will catch up with you guys again later on. I've changed and I'm about to head off to Posh and Polished in Hawthorne, and this is for the skin consultation and also a facial. So I just left my makeup on from this morning, and I just thought, whatever, I'm sure that'll be fine because they're just gonna end up taking it all off anyway. But I'm really interested to learn a little bit more about all the Korean skincare because I have bought a few products off Amazon myself and I was really impressed. Also, I keep looking at my hair because I think I told you guys, but I went on a couple of journeys last year of like using box dye, hating it. This is now back to my natural color, and I'm quite lucky because I feel like I get natural highlights, like a little bit auburny sort of through my hair, because my mum is blonde and my dad has quite dark, sort of almost black hair. But yeah, I'm just much happier with it, and I've honestly been using the Pantene still, and I have to say my hair is healthier than ever, and I don't know what to say about that. It's just, it's working. Well, I'm makeup free now, and I normally really hate being makeup free if I am completely honest with you, because one of my biggest skin concerns, which if you've been around here for quite a while, I have probably talked about it in the past, but I do get melasma on my forehead and I get a bit of hyperpigmentation on my face. So I normally just prefer to like cover it up a little bit, and that's just a personal insecurity. You obviously don't have to do that if you have the same thing, but it's just always bothered me a little bit. But I am glowing from this facial, and all of the products that I had are from the glutathione range. So I'll show you a couple of them when I get back. I want to move because I think I'm in a 2-hour car parking spot. So just want to make sure I get out of here because I did get a fine the other week and that was very annoying. So I'm going to run along, but I met so many beautiful people at the event and it was really nice getting a facial. Actually, fun fact, I think that's only the 3rd facial I've ever had in my life. It's just not something I've ordinarily done because I always worry about getting a little bit of a breakout or a flare up from products, but I don't know, I'm really into the Korean skincare. I think it's so glowy and beautiful. So I'm gonna head on home now and make some dinner. I'm back home. I just changed into some comfy clothes and I thought I would show you my haul really quickly before I make a bit of dinner. So this is everything that I got. I actually ended up asking for this extra product for my mum because she has been saying lately that she wanted to do some work on her smile lines, and this one is from their anti-aging collagen kind of range. So there was 3 different ranges. There was the blue range, which was the hyaluronic acid. There is the glutathione range, which is what I've got for brightening. And then there was that red range as well. So I did a skin quiz and I got this one, the Gluta Activation, and this is for pigmentation, melasma, all of that kind of stuff, but it's also hydrating as well. So they've given me very generously the entire routine. So there is this treatment emulsion, this one, they all go on in a very specific order. So I'm going to have to look that up again because I'm definitely not a skincare expert. This one, the Essence. I think this one goes on after the cleanser. This cleansing foam, and I believe they said that you should double cleanse. I also got the same eye cream for myself, which they said is great to use on your eyes, but also your smile lines. And then this last one is the overnight cream, and I think I would actually just use this at night. It does say that you can use it in the day and night, but when she put this on was when my skin started to feel a little bit heavy. So I think I would probably just stop at the serum and then only do this one at nighttime.